12 minutes to go here, and it starts with McCoy in trouble and getting rid of it, and now a flag dropping.
Roughing the quarterback.
Is it going to be roughing? McCoy was being pursued closely by a couple of Blue Devils there. Deep in discussion are the referees, trying to figure out who it's against. My guess is it's against Pahokee.
Dan, Glade Central has some matchup problems up front. Not only do they not have their center, but they also have a very difficult time blocking those blitzing linebackers since they're so quick. They're okay with the defensive front, but Pahokee's done a very good job of adjusting their blitz pattern in the second half, and they're getting to McCoy pretty easily.
And Pahokee getting a break there as they pick up the flag and say no foul on the play. So McCoy now facing a 3rd and 8, ball on the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
He's back, he's running, he's taking off. Is he going to have room? He fumbles the ball, and it looks like Pahokee's got it, and not only got it, racing into the end zone and doing a somersault, drawing some flags.
Excessive celebration.
Excessive celebration, yeah, on the play for sure. And I'm still trying to figure out who it was who ended up scooping up that ball and going to the end zone with it. I didn't get a number.
Well, regardless of the excessive celebration, which is...
Yeah, it was Martavius Odoms who got that, which confused me a little because I didn't realize he was playing defense.
Well, Odom gets to the goal line and does something that I can't do. That's the thing, Dan. I would have never been called for that because I can't do that. He does a full somersault in the end zone, and you know what? I don't think the coaching staff is going to be that upset.
No, but the fans here are going to be upset. One thing we do know about Glade Central fans is they have come to expect perfection from their team. And even though Glades won a state championship last year, they did not win the Muck Bowl. And that does not sit very well with these Glades fans. They're not going to have a lot of patience with that.
No, they're not. But everybody has to be a realist. And if you look at the teams and match them up physically, the biggest thing here is we got the fake extra point.
Yeah, Shepard looking for a man but didn't have one, so the 2-point try from way back will be no good. And our score will remain 27-10 after the fumble return by Martavius Odoms. And it has put this game with 11:40 almost out of reach.
Here's the replay. McCoy getting tremendous pressure right from the get-go and does the right thing. He tucks it underneath. But then here at one point he gets pressure from the back, and once again the ball takes that weird football hop and jumps right into Odom's hands, and he's gone.
And the man who stripped the ball, the man among boys, Artis Evans.
Well, he's been amazing all night. Now this somersault here, we're going to give it a judge. I think I'm going to give it about a 7.8 on a 10-point scale.
The landing was a little rough, I think.
Yeah, the landing was tough, but I'll give it a 7.8. The Russian judge probably gave him a 5.4.
Right. Okay, so 27-10, the score here in the 2007 Muck Bowl. And already some fans heading to the exits.
And it is up.
But anything can happen here, so there's still plenty of time left.
Benjamin.
Picked up on the hop by Travis Benjamin. Benjamin taking it up the middle on a pretty nice return that'll get Glades in decent field position at around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Benjamin's going to be a good return man in the college ranks because he knows what to do with the ball north and south. You know, right now there's 11 minutes left in the game. I think most people are sitting here going, we got to throw the ball, we got to throw the ball. But you know what? You've got people on the field for Glade Central that can break as big a running play as they can throwing the ball. And I think right now you need to come out and be a little bit more balanced because this is not over. You get a big play here, 10 seconds could go off and you could be back within a touchdown.
Kentavious McCoy did not play in the first half but has now taken all the snaps in the second half. He'll have a 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
Now,
Bobbled snap. And I think McLeod gets the handle, but it's not going to be any gain on that one.
Yeah,
and
that,
somebody lost a helmet as well, McLeod, yeah.
We don't know how much the center being out of the game has hurt that timing, but I've got to believe it does. The ball might come back to the center a little bit different trajectory from what they're expecting, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with that particular fumble snap.
2nd and 10 now, and Glades needs a big play in a bad way, and we will see if McCoy can help provide it. From the shotgun, Pahokee defense showing blitz. They're sending one extra man, and scrambling to get out there is McCoy, and McCoy really turns on the jets there and picks up a good 15 yards. And there's where you say the explosive ability. If he had a little more room, that could have easily gone for a touchdown. Oh, but I think I see a yellow flag on the field.
Yeah, we've got, looks like, holding on Glade Central, but that doesn't really affect what McCoy just did. He got out there. What I like about him is he gives his eyes upfield. He's looking to throw the ball, yet knowing that he can run. He's got that kind of tricky speed, Dan. He doesn't look like he's really moving that fast, but he's going pretty fast.
Yeah, as I saw him streaking by there, that was some speed for sure. But that's all going to be wiped out, and going to send him 10 yards back, which is going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Holding call against the Raiders.
Or even a little more.
The problem is, of course, that obviously Pahokee knows that Glades is going to throw the football, and the matchups up front blocking these linebackers has been a nightmare in this quarter.
All right, 2nd and 22 now. Glades, you would expect, is going to take 4 downs here if they have to, but getting a furious rush and going down hard is McCoy. That looked like Norman Griffith on the sack, and Griffith listed as a tight end and defensive end, and there's a junior. And right now we're going to send it down to Alex, who has a special guest with him. Alex.
Thanks a lot, guys. The action on the field is getting a lot tougher. Joining me now is Willie Jones, who used to play for Glade Central, and then he went 6 years in the Kansas City Chiefs. Willie, tell me just how serious this rivalry is between Pahokee and Glade Central.
This game right here is more important than the state championship itself. So winning this game to these two cities is everything.
So glory and trophies aside and big titles aside, this game is more important than anything.
This game is definitely more important.
What was it like when you were here?
We beat them 28-0, and that to me, that was the best thing that we could have ever did. Just from the trash talking and the lack of respect that these two towns have for each other, it's amazing.
Thanks a lot, Willie. As you can see, it goes way back, this rivalry, and right now we're going to go send it back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Alex. That's a rather large man right there. I'd say he's at least 3 Alexes.
Absolutely, and Willie makes a good point. But last year, when all the teams out here won their state championships, including Glades Day, there was a lot of camaraderie out here when that was going on. So maybe some of that has dissipated, but there's still a rivalry, believe me.
All right, DeAndre Holly on the punt and Martavius Odoms on the return, and he's got a couple of blocks, and look at him go. Boy, he has got some speed and moves. Martavius Odoms with a nice return. But there is a flag on the play. I don't see it, but I'm told there is.
When you run away from other people in this game, you have to be really fast. I mean, who's going to run away from anybody here?
That is amazing. And there was not a flag on the play. I think what someone in our booth was seeing was a yardage marker that one of the officials threw down at the start of the return. So the return holds, and Pahokee has great field position here on this play, or on this drive.
Number 23, Erntel McCoy for the Glade Central Raiders. I think he tweaked an ankle or a knee on the tackle, and he's coming to the sideline, and that causes the pause in the game.
So the Blue Devils with a 17-point lead now with 9:36 to go in the game, and one would think that they are going to try to grind it out and run off a little bit of clock here. A little botched play, that's going way back and now turns into a double pass, but there was no receiver anywhere near it, and that's why a yellow flag comes out.
Yeah, I've been on John Conacher pretty unmercifully tonight, but that was a very good call by him, because a lot of times when the running back is the person grounding the football, you let it go, but that was obviously grounding.
All right, so that'll move Pahokee back. We were talking about Willie Snead before, and how we recall that even last year he was taking some heat from Glades fans who really wanted to see a little more success out of the team. They go on to win a state championship, but just his record this is his third season now. His first year the team makes it to the state semis, that's in 2005, and then last year state champs. So in his third season,
Second 20.
still facing some heat. All right, Shepard now, he's going to flip it over to one of his backs. Interesting play there. That did not look like it was designed by a coaching staff. That looked more like a sandlot play, but it's not going to go for much yardage at any result.
Well, that was number 22, Vincent Smith again, and no, that looked like you run over here and I'll throw you the ball and we'll see if we can get out of bounds. But you know, if they score here, Dan, obviously it's over, and I don't think there's going to be any let up in Pahokee. If they can put a couple more scores on, they're going to.
By the way, a field view shot of the press box there, provided by Ed Carr, who got his clock cleaned in the first half. Now a deep pass and up for grabs, but it's going to fall incomplete. Nice defensive play there. And it looks like you need to pull your shirt down so I can see your number. Could be Charles Dowers, defensive back for the Raiders.
Charles made a good play, Dan, but he'll tell you that he should have had that ball. And that's really the third interception that Glade Central should have had tonight. And you go back and count those and multiply them by yardage gained and yardage lost and possession, it's a much closer game.
And perhaps one person on earth who is lonelier than the Maytag repairman, the punter for Pahokee, and the punter happens to be the quarterback, Anthony Shepard. But Glades is going to call a timeout before. And we're going to get a water break for both teams here with 8:38 to go in the game. And Alex is with us again. Alex.
Thanks a lot, guys. Down here on the sidelines, we're talking to a guy who knows Pahokee football probably better than most people do. We're talking to Don Thompson, one of the former coaches of Pahokee. Tell me just, first of all, show us your hands. Let's take a look at those hands. He's got all 4 titles, all 4 state titles that Pahokee has won back in 1989. What are the other years?
04, 03, and 89.
89, look at that. How big of a game is this? Obviously, you're wearing all your hardware. This is an important game. Tell us a little bit about your experience with this game.
Well, this has been the biggest rivalry for Pahokee since 1942, when Belgrade established their own football program as they split from Pahokee. And it's been a
little bit of action going on there, huh?
A little action, yeah. But and it's been the biggest game that been in our area all during that time.
Definitely
from 42.
Definitely still a big game. Thank you so much, Don. Appreciate it. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Alex. By the way, Don Sr. Coached the Bluedevils to the state championship back in 1989. And Blaze, the current head coach, Don's son, was a graduate of Pahokee in 1988.
That is correct, and we played them out here in Don's last year coaching, which was the following year, 1990, and he's won a few football games out here.
They have won a few football games all over the place. Pahokee ranked 6th in the nation by ESPN, or rather by USA Today, 7th by ESPN, and they are looking every bit that good tonight here against a very talented Glade Central team that now is forced to try to make a 17-point comeback with only 8.5 minutes to go in the game. And on offense, once again, McCoy at quarterback is going to loft one out, see if Benjamin can get it, but it's going to fall out of bounds.
And once again, I'm beating a dead horse here, but number 6 for Glade Central, that's Eddie Poole, comes across the middle of the field, and obviously we locked on to the number 3 receiver, but the crossing routes underneath